Alright, we're taking a look at another carrying case today. This one meant to fit a 3DS XL. And before we get into the main compartment, I do want to note that the outside has these ridges on it, front and back. So while you don't think that these cases, I actually, honestly, when I look at these cases, I don't think of them as being so attractive. But I believe they provide the best protection because they have these ridges here that are actually somewhat more rigid and less flexible than a thin case like this. Although there's, the more material you have between whatever you have inside, the less likely something is to get damaged. But I find that these cases can be more compact, yet provide enough, they can, break the fall. So it's not air, it's kind of like a rigid plastic, but not too rigid. I don't know. Oh yeah, check out the beautiful 3DS logo there. And let's get to that main compartment, which there is really only one compartment, so but it does divide it. So we have this dividing flap here, which has probably like cardboard or something in there that keeps it somewhat rigid. So on this side we can hold 8 cartridges, but they have this elastic band material, so it can actually probably hold double that, because you can probably pop in 2 more in there, an extra spot for a stylus. Nothing on there. Interesting. Soft material. It's not going to scratch up your label, even if it's probably already started peeling. On this side, it's meant to hold your system. And here you can see the manufacturer, which surprised me. I thought this was going to be an ALS Industries, but it says RDS Industries. I wonder if they're related. Maybe this is the Torrance, California branch. I'm not sure. So now this is the spot where you're holding your system. Let's move this hand strap aside. But this is the spot meant to hold your system. We have these elastic bands, so we can throw in a 3DS XL model in here. This is actually a new 3DS XL model, but this can fit pretty much any XL model DS system. DSi XLs, standard 3DS XLs, and new 3DS XLs, because they're roughly the same size. These bands will wear out eventually. I mean, if you start snapping a rubber band enough times, it will wear out. But because it's in this cloth lined material, I believe it does give it some more longevity, just because it's keeping things from drying out. Maybe that's just me making things up. I don't know. But it also fits other things in here. You can throw a regular 3DS or regular DS, which is pretty fat. This is the fat model. You can throw a GBC in here. And you go like, well, why would I want to get a GBC? Why would I throw a GBC in there? Well, maybe this is the model that you're able to find, that's cheaper than the official licensed Game Boy Color case. Which, by the way, if you see a logo on a case that says Nintendo DS, you see the shorthand, with just the 2 screens, it means it's an officially licensed Nintendo product. You should believe that it's an official Nintendo product, except if it comes out of China and it's like brand new, then it's most likely counterfeit. Maybe if it has the IQ logo on it. One other thing to note about this case before we go, on the end here you can see there is an engraved, I'm not sure, kind of get those two confused. Let's say engraved, stamped, Nintendo 3DS XL logo. And it's kind of a pleather material, kind of peels really easily. So be wary of that. But yeah, another beautiful 3DS case.